Hi, it's Jimin's Lost Jams, and welcome to the third and last part of this tutorial. This is where I go over the eyes and quickly brush over the hair, although this hair is, I already did a tutorial on Amino, and it's very simple, so I sped up. See, I did record this eye, but the program crashed right as I was about to finish it. I'm getting a new recording software, so I'm going to have to show you this other eye, but they're pretty similar, just this one's a bit more in the shadows and has a little bit less detail. But without further ado, I'm going to show you how to do the eyes, which you've probably been wanting to do because it's the most exciting part of it. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to be shading around the eye. While it might be tempting to go straight into the pupil so it looks less demonic, we want to shade around the eye like we did for the mouth. We want to make the eye seem like it's part of the face. So around the eye is generally pretty dark. It's one of the darker areas in the skin because the eyes are sunken into the face. So right now I am shading the top lid where you can see the double eyelid too. That is causing a bit of a shadow. Also, the angle might look a bit weird in this. It's because my photo, I turned it a little bit so it's more upright when it's at a different angle. So it looks a bit slanted in the reference. I'm also going underneath the eye, but not directly underneath the dark shade because there is the waterline, which is lighter. But you honestly can go right over that and then add the lighter color on top. I am adding the corner of the eye and the darker around color, although usually I don't do that right away because I usually like to blend around it, but it was part of the eye and I feel like it was more important than it was around it, so I did add it here, but usually I don't. Here I am adding the inside of the eye. As you can tell, it's not white. If someone's eye is completely white inside, then I don't know what kind of exposure you're getting, but it's probably not safe. So when you're drawing realism, unlike anime or some other kind of style, you want to make sure the eyes, the whites of the eyes are at least a little bit gray, whether it has a pink undertone with a blue undertone usually, or like a green undertone depending on the lighting of the photo taken or the drawing that you want the lighting to be in. Here I am just whitening up the waterline more. I'm going to go in later with even more highlights to accentuate it. But for now I'm leaving it as a light gray. So I'm going in with the brush with flow to blend outwards so that it naturally set. Only blending out. I'm not blending into the eye. I want to keep the colors on the edges of the eye very harsh because it changes from dark to the line in the eye. So I'm only blending outward. I'm not blending all directions. I try to make sure that the color I put up right next to the eye, or the whites of the eye, such eyeliner I guess, or like a lash line, is darker and more precise. But it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going over with that dark line. I just want it to be the right color so I don't have to blend much where that is. Also, as you can see, I'm taking off the line art so that I can get the appearance that there is no line in between. And now I am taking the soft round pressure size brush with the pointed tip, and I'm going to shape more of the eye with this because I can really drag the color in a more shape. It's just shaping the eye in a more precise way. Okay, so now that I have parts of the eye around, I'm going to go in around the eye a bit so I can actually define where it is, and I'm just going right over the line that I already have for where the line is. but not all of it. You don't want to put a black line all the way around the eye, because it's usually only the top lid that actually gets that shadow cast from the eyelashes. The bottom lashes are very light generally, or not even able to be seen. So that does not mean it's perfectly black. In this picture, it's not perfect black. Finding perfect black and white is not very common to actually see. Here I am just adding the pupil of the eye with its darker shade, and now I'm taking off the liner art so that I can actually shape how the eye looks. Now I'm just fine-tuning some details around the eye because it doesn't seem very natural to me. When you're doing eyes, especially in K-pop, a lot of the eyeliner will go down and kind of make a triangle at the end. It's also part of their lashes, their eyelashes, but it's generality that their makeup will have a kind of a triangle going down in the corner of the eye, which is not as much of the case here, but is still apparent. So if you keep that in mind, you can keep that applied. Suga has kind of triangular eyes, so you can really get that triangle on the edge. What I'm trying to do is, even in the reference, you can't really see much of a shine. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm adding it in so you can see how I add it in. I don't add like a huge white blob. That blob was an accident. It's because my pen pusher decided to mess up. But I'm kind of adding just shines around the circle. Where the pupil would be, I'm kind of adding a little bit of lines surrounding it with the same color as the other one, so you can see what I'm doing there. But usually I would not add these because it's not in the photo that I'm trying to imitate, but I am showing you today. And I'm not doing a very white shade. When you have a dark eye, if you have whites in the eyes or a very light color, it will be very bold. So usually the shine in the eye is a lot darker than you usually think it is, which is why having a reference for color is nice. I'm just matching them. Right now, here I am going in with pure white because I'm trying to add more of a shine. I'm adding it in on both of the inner corners of the eyes and right underneath in the waterline so I can make the eyes pop more. This draws more attention to them and adds a bit of a flare that might have been lost when you take the photograph. Here I am with the hair. I kind of just skipped part of it. This is not a hair tutorial, and this hair is very white, so I started recording halfway because I thought, why not? So I'm just doing it really quick, which is just blocking out the hair where it's supposed to be in colors and just kind of throwing them on where they should be, and then going in with the mixer brush tool on soft pressure round soft round pressure size, and then just honestly blending it out so that everything goes in naturally with the face. It's a very quick process. It took me about 10 minutes, but I sped it up for this part because it wasn't important to me and this was not a hair tutorial. If you want to see a hair tutorial, I will link it down in the description on a more detailed outlook on that. But this is just a quick look. Also, I paid no attention to the clothing, so I did not record it because I didn't even blend it, and I cropped it off because I didn't want to draw the rest of it because it wasn't actually. Oh wait, actually no. Yeah, there we go. I didn't record the recording. I just slapped it on because it wasn't important to me. So, well, this is it. Thank you for watching my tutorial. I hope it was helpful. And if you watched all 3 parts, then wow, that's amazing. That's an honor. If you want me to do any more tutorials, let me know. This was kind of a technology pain for me to do, but I can do more. I've gotten better at it. I just need to do a recorder. So thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and let me know what I should do next if you need a tutorial on anything. Bye.